Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today is going to be a yard cleanup day. This was actually filmed the day after Hurricane Helene came through, and I gotta say, we were extremely fortunate that the storm missed us and we only had a couple tree branches down. But today we're going to be focusing on getting the yard back in shape, so let's get started. But first, let's start from the beginning. So first off, if you are not familiar with the storm that I'm referring to, Hurricane Helene, I just wanted to say I am in Central Florida, first of all, and we got extremely lucky that the storm completely missed us. It seemed like the bands were kind of working their way around us and like right before us, so it just barely missed us. We did get a couple strong, rain bands and stuff that brought in a lot of wind, and the most damage that we received was a few limbs down, and thankfully, oh my gosh, I'm so glad we did this. It was a huge expense, but it was worth it. We had our tree trimmed back. If you have been watching my channel for a while, then you know our front tree was super overgrown. I don't think it has been cut in the last 25 plus years. At least according to the neighbors, they don't even remember if it had ever been cut. So we trimmed it back, had a company do it. And I think it saved us, because I think had that tree not been cut, we would have had probably some roof damage, a lot more limbs down. Like this pile would have been multiplied by like 20, because any rainstorm or windstorm that we do get a couple limbs down. But the wind that we got during Hurricane Helene coming through was really intense. There was a couple moments I was a little nervous. Actually, not a little nervous, I was very nervous. Some of these wind gusts that were coming through, we were out in the back porch, and as the wind started picking up, and there was a couple moments where you would hear the trees start blowing, like from at the beginning of the neighborhood, you could almost hear it, and then you would just hear it just get louder and louder, and it was like a rumble coming through. And not to mention all the tornado warnings that were going on. So I actually watch Ryan Hall, y'all. He did a live stream during the entire storm. I think he was live. I want to say he was live for like 24 hours. It was insane, and I watched him all day long. I literally had him playing because his meteorologist that's on his channel, Andy Hill, he updates tornado warnings. So before they even issued a tornado warning, he was already letting people know in those towns, hey, they haven't issued a warning yet, but they're about to, so go ahead and take shelter, giving people more time to prepare. And I feel like so many truly appreciated that, because sometimes by the time you hear the alert, it's already too late, or you just don't have time. So I really like the Ryan Hall Y'all YouTube channel. Definitely recommend checking them out. And they stick to just the weather. Live streaming, I really appreciate that. There's like no ads or anything like that. So anyway, that's what I was watching. And like I said, no severe damage in our area. It was just tornado warning, stuff like that, up until early in the morning. And we actually have family that lives in Valdosta. So my husband's dad, his stepmom, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, my niece, nephew, and then all of my sister-in-law's family lives there in Valdosta, and it got hit hard there. Not only did it hit Florida extremely hard, but it went through Georgia. Valdosta got it looks like a war zone. And then up through the Carolinas into Tennessee, the flooding there, it's heartbreaking. It truly is heartbreaking. It's hard to see when you see people's homes being washed down the river and houses completely submerged in water, trees down everywhere, cars being washed away. Like, it is like rough. And I don't think anybody ever in a million years expected this storm to do this type of damage. I mean, it is crazy. But my prayers are with everybody going through it right now. I pray for strength and guidance to get through this extremely tough time. If you are someone who lives in those areas or knows somebody that does and want to update us in the comments, please feel free to do so. Or if you have a special prayer request that you want to leave in the comments, please do that. I know right now we all need to come together more so than ever and help each other through these tough times. So yeah, please feel free to do that. My comment section is always open, and I always appreciate you guys feeling, comfortable enough to do that. So thank you for that. But yeah, we're going to jump back into the subject of the video, really just clean up. I am doing my best to just kind of rake up the bigger limbs, and then I kind of just carry them to the pile by the street. And y'all, I have a whole story to tell you about the limbs by the street. It's like some drama, so if you want to hear what's going on, I'll talk about that in just a couple minutes.
Tell me what it feels like to let go of everything you thought you'd ever known. All of the promises they broke. Tell me what it feels like to let go. Tell me what it feels like to break free. When all of the things you thought you needed, they turn into dust and make believe.
All right, so let's talk about a little drama. It's really not that deep, but I know y'all love drama, so let me tell you what's going on. So we've lived in this house for 5 years, and over the past 5 years, we've been through plenty of tropical storms and hurricanes, and anytime there is a storm, when there's limbs down, you put them by the road, and a big truck will come through the neighborhood and pick them up with a large claw. It happens every single storm, and without a doubt, we've never had issues. So I make my pile because obviously I'm expecting this truck to come through. We just had a hurricane. Well, how about yesterday? Me and Dylan go to Lowe's, and we were gone for a good hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Just being gone for 2.5 hours. We come back, driving down our neighborhood, and every house, any house that had any limbs by the street, even whether it was one limb or a pile of limbs, had a pink slip wrapped in plastic and then rubber band tied to the limb. They went out of their way to fill out these pink slip cards with your address, their name, their phone number, handwritten too. Like, this woman literally spent out like over 2 hours in her truck filling out addresses on this card to get out, put it in plastic, tie it to the limb. Like, the amount of time that it took to do this through our whole neighborhood. And I'm telling you, there is at least 50 houses with this pink tag on their limbs. Some limbs are tiny. Some limbs aren't even like worth putting a tag on. I'm shocked. I'm surprised that the tag in the little bag that she tied to it didn't help the limb blow away. Like that, it's that bad. It was that dramatic, this lady going through. And it's a woman because obviously she puts her name on and her number. So our community had kind of come together, and one of the guys said that he called, and the woman was like, oh, just take it up with the county. There's nothing I can do. I'm just doing my job, which I understand, and I respect that. Like, you're just doing your job. But at the same time, we just had a hurricane, and you would think that they would give a little bit more compassion to those who had like limbs down. I don't know. And like I said, it's not like an actual fine just yet. It's a warning that if you don't clean it up within 7 days, you will get a fine. I just find it interesting when they're going to come around with a claw regardless and pick it up. Like, but you expect me to go out there and bundle it separately, and then you're still going to come around with this big old claw and pick it up in one swoop. Like, it makes no sense to me. I don't know. And then to top it off, there is multiple houses in our neighborhood that put their couches, their old furniture by the street, and garbage bags that the cats get into, the stray cats. The cats get into, the dogs get into in the neighborhood. There's literally garbage in some of the areas of our neighborhood, all over. And they never get in trouble for that. But you put a limb out the day after I put these limbs out, I got a pink slip. I about lost it. I was so mad. Oh my gosh. But it's really minor compared to what's going on in the world. So I'm just drama. But I was super irritated. But I've decided I'm just going to use it as firewood. So that's the plan. Now, I am getting the yard mowed. I actually love mowing the yard. I talk about this all the time. It's like one of the most satisfying jobs ever, especially when it's like overgrown a little bit and you can actually see what you're cutting. I love it. I love it, love it. Especially like today, it was nice and cool outside. It was breezy. Like I said, this was the day after the hurricane. It kind of pulled all the humidity out, and we were just left with like some breezy. It was hot, but it wasn't humid, which is, oh my God. Humidity here in Florida is what makes it so freaking hot. And like almost where you can't breathe hot. So when the humidity is gone, it's actually beautiful here. Once I got the yard mowed and the driveway blown off, I'm going to go ahead and put together my Badger 4-in-1 multi-tool. And today's video is proudly sponsored by Wild Badger. Wild Badger delivers premium lawn care tools, and their mission is to empower outdoor enthusiasts with innovative, reliable, and eco-conscious power solutions. So I did get the 4-in-1 multifunction tool. So this one comes with the 15-inch string trimmer slash edger, an 8-inch pole saw, a 16-inch hedge trimmer, and also a brush cutter. So initially when I opened up the box, I was like, oh boy, this is a lot of little things and not a whole lot of instructions, but it was actually really easy to put together. Everything was pretty self-explanatory, which granted I have worked with multiple different type of lawn tools before, so I kind of knew like what I was looking at, but I can assure you that if you've never touched lawn equipment before, the instructions are easy to follow and it was really, really easy to put together. This would be great if you are a first-time home buyer and you're just starting to kind of gather up some, lawn equipment. This would be a great option. Not only is it compact because you have it all in one and you can easily store this away in a small cabinet, perfect for those small homes. Y'all know I live in a small house. I don't have a whole lot of storage, so I like the idea of having less equipment, but like an all-in-one deal, so I really like this. Also, if you are maybe a single mom and you're a little intimidated by power tools, I can assure you that I was in no way scared to use any of these tools. They were really simple to use and powerful, but not scary, so you can definitely use them. Now, I say that because every time I post like a lawn care type of video or even me using power tools to build something, I have a lot of you ladies that comment and you say that you're scared of working with anything power tool related, and I feel like this is, falls under that category when it comes to lawn equipment. And I can assure you that if I can do it, you can do it too. Sometimes you just gotta let go of that little bit of fear, get your hands on it, get out there, get the work done. And let me tell you, it is such a empowering feeling to like stand back and look at your yard that's all done and you're like, I did that. I don't know what it is. I just get such a great feeling from taking care of my yard, especially on my own. But now I'm using the 15-inch string trimmer slash edger. Listen, this is such a powerful tool. Look at this. It just chops through this like it's nothing. And if y'all remember, a couple days ago, I was actually struggling to cut this. I'm not gonna name any names, but this Wild Badger trimmer is next level. It just chopped this all down like it was nothing. It was super easy. And not to mention, the actual operation is extremely comfortable. Not only do you have the strap to wear if you need it to, kind of lift up some of that weight off of your arms, but they have optimized the internal structure, reducing the vibration transmission during operation. This allows you to maintain comfort and stay away from the fatigue even after working for a long time. And that is very true. A lot of times trimmers, hedgers, even pole saws, they vibrate so much and it makes it a lot harder to continue working. But this Wild Badger multi-tool is great. I had no issues working with it at all. Not to mention, they also have reliable customer service and a 3-year warranty, which I find is really, really great. What I really like about this is how easy it is to change out the attachments when necessary. So there was a couple moments I went back and forth between using the pole saw and the trimmer, and I found that switching out the attachments only took like a second. It was super easy to do. There's like a little tab on the side, and also a little extra security screw that you just untwist and to loosen it, and then you pull the little tab out and you can pull out the attachment and replace it right away. Super quick and easy. Makes it so convenient to switch out the tools whenever you're using them. Now, I don't have any hedges to use for the hedge cutter, and I also don't have any major brush to cut down with the brush trimmer, but I am going to show you guys the pole saw here. So I do have these beautiful crepe myrtle trees that started growing on our side yard, but they are getting extremely bushy, and I want to, trim them to where they grow up and not kind of out into a bushy look, especially since they are on the side yard in between the neighbor's house and our house. So yeah, the pole saw cut right through this like it was butter. I am very impressed. And here you can see I'm just quickly switching out the pole saw for the trimmer again. Super fast, only takes a couple seconds. Now, Wild Badger is having a prime fall deal price over on Amazon for 13% off. You can get this 4-in-1 multi-tool for under $200. That is a complete steal, especially for something as powerful as this multi-tool. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to tell you, the battery life is also excellent. I hardly use any of the battery doing doing all the things that I did, using the pole saw, trimming back all those weeds that were in the back behind our building, and I hardly put a dent in the battery life. So definitely recommend. You can get honest power built for a happy life using the Wild Badger tools. Check out my links down below in my description box to get your Wild Badger tools today. And thank you so much to Wild Badger for sponsoring today's video. All right, so I got the yard work done the other day, but now all those limbs that are by the road, I actually have to move those because now we're just gonna burn them. So I'm gonna just move them away from the road so that way I don't get another pink slip. We'll probably just load them up and take them to my brother's and have like a little bonfire over there. So that will be the game plan. We'll have some like marshmallows or something. We'll like make a date out of it. But have some marshmallows. I meant have some s'mores. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys, I did get a new front door, not a new front door. So y'all know I went, if you watched the vlog a couple days ago, I went shopping for a new front door and I found this place, it's like a scratch and dent store where they sell really, really inexpensive front doors. Well, I ordered a door, but I never heard back from him. And then we had the hurricane come. I still haven't heard back and I don't want to call and like pester. So I was like scrolling on Facebook Marketplace and I came across a door for $150. That's the exact same size as our door. And sold. I went and bought it. It was, like I said, $150. It does have the glass here, but it's oval. Let me show you. Okay, so here's the front door. It's obviously it's upside down, but I love it. I love the oval glass. It's in like excellent condition. No scratches on it on either side. Just needs a good fresh coat of paint is all. I can't wait to redo this. This is gonna be so much fun to repaint and just bring this door back to life. All we need is some new hardware here. There's a couple dents, you know, I'm not too concerned about it. I think it's fine. I'm not like anyone fancy. I don't need anything absolutely perfect. And what's nice is when you buy used, you don't have to worry about being the first one to put a dent in it. Like, you know, like a new car. Like it's extremely stressful when you scratch your car for the first time. If it already has a scratch in it, it's not a, I'm totally joking, kind of. But anyway, it has a couple dents, but I think whenever it has a fresh coat of paint, I'm not really a glossy fan, so I'll probably go with like an eggshell finish. It'll help hide some of the imperfections a little bit. But that is the new front door. We just need to like set an entire day aside to put the door in because it never goes in as easy as you think it's going to. It's always a hassle. So we're gonna prepare for that. I need to get this painted. I'll probably share this in my Flip It Thursday series. I'll like flip the door and like repaint it and all that good jazz. But that is her. I love it. I love the glass. I feel like you can't buy this stuff anymore, especially for $150. You can't tell me this wasn't a good deal. I'm so proud of it. Excuse me. How did you get up there is the real question. What are you doing? That's my spot for editing. Ow! Absolutely no. That is naughty. I love this table, by the way. This is a table I got on, why is it so dark? My camera, I think I broke it. What? Him needs some wobbing. Oh, him done. Him did a wobber. Huh. Is that Zoe? Look how big he is. He's just so big. He did a big old baby. Hi, Zoe. He says, don't pet her, pet me. They're so jealous of each other. It's kind of sad. Don't be jealous. That's your brother. That's your brother. Oh, hello. He said, don't jump on mom. That you're biting me. Stop. That's pretty much it for today's video. It's about to rain today, so I can't do anything up front. I was gonna like move the limbs today, but I don't want to get out there in the rain. And I also have to run to, I'm gonna go to Sam's Club for the first time today. I want to try to stock up on toilet paper, toothpaste, stuff like that. And when I say stock up enough for like us. I'm not trying to be like crazy hoarder over here, like over planning or overstocking, but they're not to like spread fear or anything like that. I do think we're gonna just see some shortages. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm just gonna prepare for that. So that's the plan. And we need toilet paper anyway. We go through toilet paper so fast around here. 4 people, and I swear we go through like a pack that's meant for like a family of 6 within like a week. Like, please tell me I'm not the only one. Maybe it's because we have young kids. I don't know. But I gotta get toilet paper. We need toothpaste, medicine, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go to Sam's and stock up. And I'm probably gonna include a haul on the stuff that I get. I'm so sorry. My camera, my exposure is not adjusting. I don't know what's going on. Without any like natural lighting, my exposure is not keeping up. My old camera used to, like, I would walk and it would change exposure like as I moved. This one doesn't. So if I go from a light area to a dark, it just is black in the background. But I'm filming a vlog, so if you guys want to see a haul on the stuff that I get today, make sure you're subscribed. I will have a new vlog up in a couple days, or it may have already went up. I don't know. If it did, I'll link it below. So you can check it out and see the stuff that I'm stocking up on. So maybe it'll give you some ideas on things that you need to stock up on. Once again, prayers to all those affected by this Hurricane Helene. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.